What's going on, YouTube? Today is going to be a maintenance day for, it's kind of dark but you can't see, but for the truck. Like I said, today's going to be a maintenance day for the truck. I'm going to be doing an oil change on this 7.4 liter 454 big block Chevy on my 95 k3500. So yes, this is my daily and my tow rig. Got all the oil I need. Got the K&N oil filter with the, I like these fuel filters because they got the socket bit on it, so it's super easy to come on and off. I don't even know what this is. I think it's an inch socket. Got the 5W30 high mile Mobil 1 oil. I got 6 quarts of that, and then I like to use a quart of the Lucas heavy duty oil stabilizer filter, and then brake clean to clean it all off with some shop towels. So doing an oil change on these trucks is actually pretty easy. You don't need a jack, but I have a jack just to give me a little bit more room. But it's pretty easy on an oil change on these trucks because they're so old. But I just like to take the cap off before I actually start draining the oil out of the engine and the oil filter. So these engines only have one drain plug. So all you need is a 9/16 socket on a ratchet. Just a tad bit on the hands. Then I also like to let mine drain for a little extra longer, just to make sure all the bad oil's out. I have about 5,000 miles on this oil change. A little bit more than I want to do. Normally I do like 4,000, 4,500, but with the snow, that's why I'm doing it in my condo's parking lot. Normally I do it outside. But we're gonna fast forward until it's done. So it's been dripping for about like 10 minutes now. As you can see, it's kind of just, it's still a steady stream, so I'm gonna let it keep dripping until pretty much nothing comes out of it. And then we'll move on to the oil filter that's over here. So the oil stopped. So now I cleaned off the whole area with brake clean, and I hand screw the oil drain plug in all the way. So now I'll come in with my ratchet, super easy. And get a few cranks, not too tight. Now it's starting to get tight, and I'll just go a little bit like that. Maybe a little bit more. But that's it. I don't know the torque spec. I've always done it like this, so. Oil filter's right up in this area. You can see it right there. It's hand tight, so I just use my hands, unloosen it. But it does get a little messy just due to the angle of the way it comes off, so just be cautious if you have this same engine. It does get messy. Until hand loose, I'm gonna wait. There goes the oil starting to come out. Let it drip like that for a second. Slowly loosen it. Get a constant stream going. Make sure all the oil's going to the pan. And then the brake clean. When we're done changing it, I'll spray it all down, get all this oil off the drive shaft and the front differential. But it's pretty easy, just a little messy. Oil doesn't look that bad. I mean, it's definitely overdue for my liking, but we'll be alright. Just keep slowly twisting it. Now I'm probably just gonna take it all the way off. These trucks hold so much oil. Just be careful taking it off when you come off of the threads. A little bit more. There it comes. See how it's starting to wiggle? Pretty much on the last thread. Oh. No oil on me, that's good. I got big hands, so it's kind of hard to finagle this thing out of here. And then just dump the oil in there. And there you go, I'm gonna let it drip. And then we're gonna pre-fill the little one, or the new one, with a little bit of oil. So these K9 oil filters are really good. I like how they have the socket in case you need to break it off. Normally it's good hand tight, but they hold a lot of oil in the weird angle. I just like to pre-fill halfway. So like I said, just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Maybe like a third or maybe half of this quart. And then obviously take your finger, put some on the sill just to help it. They say it helps seat better, but I don't know. I've always done it. Can't hurt. It's installed now. I'm not going to show the install because it's the same as taking it off. So alright, so the new one is in. Now I just gotta spray this oil off and we are good to go to refill. Spray this off some more too. Definitely do it so it doesn't have excess oil all over the place, because this can be messy. So if you're like me at all and you use the Lucas oil stabilizer, I put a quart in first. Actually, before you do that, before you come back up, make sure your oil filter and your oil drain plug is tight. Before, because you don't want your oil to go all over the place. But just start filling up. Alright, 1 quart done. I like this filter, I just bought it. So now I'm gonna come in with Lucas oil stabilizer next. This stuff's good. My buddy back in the day with the M3, Adam, the one who towed my vet, he told me about this. And I've been using it pretty much on all my vehicles since 2019. And I have yet to have like an engine problem. They make a Lucas oil transmission stuff. And that stuff works good. It's thick. It takes a minute to come out of the bottle, but that's why I like to do a quart first, just to get it all lubricated up. But this shit works. You can tell how thick this stuff is. Good juice. Now, last but not least, the 5-quart jug. I like to do this one last, just to help put all that Lucas oil stabilizer stuff down from the funnel and all that. This stuff's good. Help clean off that funnel. I'm actually gonna rotate it. So just like that, the oil change is complete. So before I consider the oil change complete and I go for like a crazy drive, I turn the truck on. I got the odometer dash in my truck. So pretty much just watch the PSI of the oil. Should be around 50, 60. There we go. And then I'm gonna get out, look underneath the car, or under the truck, make sure no oil was leaking. I'm gonna let it warm up, and then I'm gonna take it for a drive. and then let it do a whole heat cycle. Make sure it's idling back at like 25 psi, and then the oil change is good. So my GoPro died. Typical me, I have a problem with my GoPro dying. So I'm on my iPhone. The oil level's good, everything checked out, no leaks, no nothing. I'm just gonna conclude this video. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You know, it's winter time here. It's kind of hard to do car content, especially when the slave was out in the vet, which actually ended up being the clutch. Grade A texted me and they said the car's done, so we have that to look forward to. When that comes back, I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil on that, do a couple other little things. But with winter here, you know, we're just gonna do some truck content, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks.